Good. So we do that. And let's see. So we are done with that. So now we can go and help Henrix. The problem is I don't like Henrix. Okay, this is the normal story. You know what? We're gonna go here. Let's go on Footfall. Contracts. Okay. Oh my god. So, weapons. Provisions. Profit factor goes down. So profit. Ooh, I have a very big profit factor. People. Yeah, let's go with this. Emperor chains. Okay. This one, weapons. We don't want to do that. This. Oh, I thought it's something cool. The wear gains plus 70% dodge. Nobody has like a 40. Everybody has a bigger one. Okay. So this one is how much I have at the moment time? 5. Oh. Conqueror. Okay, we don't have weapons, but we can get weapons here. So we can sell some adamantine. Okay, and now we can Insatiable Gin Blade. After the wielder deals any damage to the target with this sword until the end of the combat, they gain 3 agility, perception, intelligence, and willpower, and the target suffers a -3 penalty to those characteristics. So any damage to the target with okay, so this goes to you, Ibella. This can help you a ton with the debuffing for the death from above. Okay, let's so this one is, so yeah, this one is slightly weaker. Huh. So should we go? Yeah, let's replace this one. So let's not forget. So this one, agility, perception, intelligence, and willpower. So you can get buffed a little bit. Let's see, more contracts. Contracts here. So let's see. So rebels. Now I want to get stuff. Armor. Patronage. Star. Tools. It's okay. So let's go on Footfall. Where is the bridge? Here. Yeah. Okay, so we go for this. Okay, so you need to go Footfall, and Footfall is here. Okay, so for that we're gonna go here. Gonna go all the way here. How much I have to? That we're gonna come here. This is uncharted. We're gonna chart it, and from actually from here we can go directly. Okay. Let's go here. It's a little bit unsafe. It's gonna be safe.
The steady rhythm of life aboard the vessel was disrupted when, on the 4th watch of the voyage, the lower decks had their gravity reversed. The stunned denizens of the afflicted sectors were woken up by being torn from their assigned beds and tossed onto the ceiling. Numerous injuries and fatalities were reported. The difficulties in performing regular duties due to the gravity reversal continued until the end of the journey. After the ship exited the warp, the gravity returned to the accepted norm, an event that once again was accompanied by deaths and injuries among the crew.
The Immaterium released us from its grip this time. Okay, so now we have to go here, correct? Yeah.
The warp jumped past without incident for everyone except the crew members on bridge duty. For the duration of the voyage, they heard laughter. It seemed to come from outside, through the airtight seal of the ship's massive windows. The laughter went on and on.
The ship left the hostile immaterium and returned to real space. Okay, so now let's go here.
Emergency aboard the void ship. A foul warp entity has pierced the thin veil of the Geller field and spawned unimaginable beasts of unnatural hues. The Vox systems are picking up the crewmen's screams and the warp fiend's loathsome giggling. The situation demands immediate intervention.
The crew will receive a military gear and the chance to prove their worth by dispatching the Lord's captain's enemies. Blessed by holy gifts, the God Emperor's loyal servants will battle his enemies without any fear or doubt. The crew will have to rely solely on their own strength and the Emperor's providence. So this one is... Here we give... Armor kit, melee weapon... Yeah, we can give them. Okay, here it is.
The victory over the rogue traders' enemies came at high price. Still, the decks have been cleansed of warp spawn, albeit it took the blood of hundreds of voidsmen to wash away any evidence of their presence.
Okay, so now let's go to Footfall. And we visit. Where is the Footfall? I hear.
Lord Captain, we have received a Vox message from Footfall. The Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of malleus extremis. Docking will require special permission, and even most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. The station's custodian, her ladyship Incendia Chorda, sends her greetings and invites your lordship to disembark at the docks with a small retinue. Her enforcers will meet you there to escort to another chamber for a private audience.
So what other options for landing on Footfall do we have? Very well, let us take a look at Footfall's new hospitality. I'm not walking into the mousetrap. Okay. What other options for landing on Footfall do we have?
We have none, Lord Captain. The augurs are reporting that all docking gates not watched by the enforcers are locked and rigged with explosives.
Okay, very well. Let us take a look at Footfall's new hospitality.
As you wish, Lord Captain.
So let's land. Okay, so sorry, Dira. Nope. This is you, Abelard. Okay. The Lord Inquisitor, okay. The eminent Lord Captain awaits you. Okay, so we need to talk with Cassia Incendia, or what's her name?
I won't tolerate weakness.
That
Inquisition
winter's
trooper.
wasn't half bad. He knew the joy of battle, and he was no coward.
Oh my. What's going on here? Oh, this is the Inquisition. Inquisition, alright. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. I don't really approve of
None
this.
shall stand in my way.
Yes, Abelard, you tell them. I used to burn rats in the docks back in the station. Same thing. Oh my. Violating curfew gets you in the front of firing squad. Did you think no one would find out, you nit? Ooh.
Unlocked.
Cyber Raven gains. Okay, yeah, let's So you have that thing, no? No, it was Kasha, okay. Ah, here she is. Have mercy, our families are starving. We only took a couple of Nutri-bars. Lies. I see clearly with my naked eye the corruption that has engulfed your nature. Only the cleansing fire can absolve you now. Guilty. Oh, you're burning for one Nutri-bar? The Emperor protects me. Guilty, burn him. Well, I don't blame you for trying to kill her. I don't like her either.
Incendia Chorda is absorbed in reading a long strip of parchment. Her left hand is holding a silver spoon, with which she is carefully scooping up brain matter from the open skull of the man contorted next to her.
Rel von Valancius, I was informed of your arrival.
Brain matter from... She's crazy.
Exhaustion has marked Incendia's features with a crisscross of lines and deeper furrows. Her cheek is forever twisted in a continuous nervous tick, yet her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve. A dazzling aura of power and righteous fury surround her like a mantle. She gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips, takes a deep breath, and the fire in her gaze flares like a plasma thruster.
What is this abominable act his daughter is committing?
The Sister of Battle whispers incredulously as she stares at Chorda's monstrous feast.
There must be a reason.
So look closely at Incendia.
One look at Incendia's full-dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy, and the braid trim is stained with sweat. The air is tinged with the smell of an inhaled stimulant that is used to give serfs the ability to work multiple watches without rest.
So point at the man with the open skull. What is that?
Incendia sinks her silver spoon into the man's brain and slowly consumes the revolting morsel.
I must know the taste of a criminal's thoughts. It is how I learned to recognize their patterns. Flesh and blood can grant revelations, but not like this. Devouring flesh is a profane act.
Cabela looks with disapproval at the open brain and the pulsing blue vein within.
This is not the way to serve the Undying One.
So put the poor man out of his misery. This entertainment of yours reeks of corruption. This is disgusting, unspeakably so. And so, does it help? A delicacy most sophisticated. I must have a taste myself. No, I suggest we do not delve too deeply into this discussion. Okay. Yeah, put the poor man out of this misery.
Incendia does not bat an eye at the man's death.
A laughable accusation. Do you think yourself capable of detecting corruption?
Something wild sparks in her pale eyes.
You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls, and seeing the heinousness therein. You do not know what it's like to look at their faces and see the brand of their impious deeds. But I know it all too well, and none shall escape my wrath.
So I do not see a single tome of the Lex Imperialis in this place, which means that you have spurned the letter of the Emperor's law and that of Holy Terra. Your judgment is your own. How far have you fallen in your hubris, Incendia? So the law has found its way to Footfall after all, I see. What manner of slaughterhouse is this? Some atrocious travesty of justice. What manner of slaughterhouse is this?
Incendia jerks her chin up and responds haughtily.
This is true justice. Unprejudiced, inescapable, and equally merciless to all. The Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to this cesspool of pirates and heretics, to rid Footfall of the corruption that has fettered its limbs and turned this Imperial station into a hotbed of free thinking and inefficiency. And I will not rest until all have been judged. This is no tribunal. This is slaughter.
I agree.
Argenta grimaces.
Loath as my soul is to concur with the Xenos, it is indeed.
Incendia studies you with a predatory smile.
It must have been the Emperor's providence that brought you here to my court. It would be my pleasure to indict you for the crimes you have committed.
And what is it you wish to judge me for?
Let us weigh the gravity of your transgressions, Rel, and learn how you have sullied yourself in the Emperor's eyes. Everyone knows how freely you interpret the strict prohibitions of the Emperor. With a feeble heart, you grant mercy to those who do not deserve it, you do not punish transgressions with the utmost severity, and you do not strike terror into your subjects that will bring them to pious trepidation. You waste your energy and attention on the needs of non-entities instead of turning them to his service. Under your hand, dangerous free-thinking and satiety flourish, and will soon swell with the plagues of anarchy and decadence. I deem the evidence against you sufficient to cast you as an enemy of humanity.
Okay, so go ahead, this should be interesting. I have just broken out after being held captive by Xenox in Komorak and butchering my way through scores of enemies in humanity. Tell me, am I truly the greatest enemy of the Imperium you have been able to find? Draw your weapon, I'm ready to defend my honor before this court. Who should I kill to put an end to this farce? To the 9 devils with you, arrogant halfwit, you have no right to judge me. Okay, so I'll go with this. With the Komorak.
That you are loathed and feared by the enemies of humanity does not make you pure in the eyes of the Emperor. But perhaps he saw fit to set you on a different path, one of righteous genocide and blood-soaked redemption for your faults. I would never dare to gainsay his will.
So you are in charge of Footfall now?
Indeed I am. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law in the Expanse, I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall's liege was temporarily abolished for the duration of this war, or perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I am tasked with overseeing security and order. And there is much to do on that front. Pirates and smugglers, apostates and cold traders, deserters and outlaws, every one of them warrants attention.
Incendia cracked her neck, which must have grown stiff after so many hours of reading, before picking up another sheet. Everywhere you look, servants are buckling under heavy stacks of new denunciations, warrants, and other documents.
And whom is it you are judging? What makes you think you are entitled to govern this place as you see fit? Chuckle and point at the hapless assassin corpse. I can tell you, you are quite popular with the locals. Where is the Lord Inquisitor?
In the Liege's chambers, coordinating the Expanse's defense. His attention is focused on matters of vital importance, and he is not seeing any supplicants.
The soldier wearing inquisitorial armor echoes Incendia's words.
Your lordship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your lordship that he will summon you later, when circumstances permit.
So point to the hapless assassin corpse. I can tell you are quite popular with the locals.
This attempt was mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne keep me safe.
Incendia pats an armrest and smiles.
Its refractor field is impervious even to tank shells. That thief Tokara had this sacred Drusian relic stashed in one of his storerooms.
So what makes you think you are entitled to govern this place as you see fit?
Such is the law of Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right of absolute authority. Surely it is not that thug Tokara who deserves to rule this station. He will soon be hanging from a noose, and so will his Casbalican henchmen, and so will those amber firebrands whose outrageous activities brought Footfall so much grief.
She looks at you with a gloating smirk.
Once, you hindered my efforts to subdue this station, and yet here I am now, dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret that I was unable to begin sooner. Then Tokara's troublemakers would have already been crushed, instead of lurking in cargo bays and maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I will deal with them soon enough.
And whom is it you are judging?
All of them. Thieves, smugglers, pirates, traitors, heretics, deserters, abettors, harborers, cowards, and perjurers. Any who has ever trespassed, any who has ever protected a miscreant or kept quiet about a crime they knew of. They all will be condemned.
With obsessive determination, Incendia starts going through her papers, seemingly no longer aware that she is doing so.
More and more new convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude in perpetuus, and, having rid themselves of reprehensible consciousness, of serving the Imperium free from doubt and weakness. Footfall will once again become a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy that prevents the faithless from giving themselves over to the good of toiling in his name.
So how long has your court been in session already? Yeah.
Incendia seems slightly perplexed by your question. She starts moving signed sentences from one stack to another, then says uncertainly,
3 weeks. The court carries on day and night, so my sense of time eludes me.
So there is nothing just about this trial. Your accusations are contrived, and their purpose is simply to turn the entire population of Footfall into pliant automatons. So I applaud your efforts. This place was long overdue. Nope, I admit it. You simply enjoy turning people into slaves. Why do you feel the... No, there is nothing just about this trial.
Do you think that I find enjoyment in this? Looking at vileness upon vileness, listening to one excuse after another? I loathe this and despise every malefactor out there. If I were weak of will, I would have obliterated this foul station with nuclear fire. Instead, I am here to offer each of them the right to be judged in his name and the chance to return to his fold renewed. The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by the archenemy's machinations and Xeno scum who would deny us our right to exist. The threat is inconceivable, and human weakness will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endowing him with a sacred narrowness of mind and eradicating all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in the service of the Imperium.
she is not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, trembling with earnest faith, that Incendia genuinely believes in every word she just said.
So we shall see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign.
In due time, I shall weed out all the taint that has bred here on Footfall for so long, and then pious fear, loyalty, and devotion will once again become the pillars of this station under his watchful eye.
So what happened between you and Winterscale?
Winterscale is a traitor. While the Expanse burns, ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos, he abandoned his duty completely and had the nerve to ignore the Lord Inquisitor's call to battle. My servants are capturing his worlds and ships while he hides from his reckoning, indulging his base urges. Soon enough, he too will stand before judgment.
So correction, Caligos Winterscale is a dead traitor. I wholeheartedly share your indignation. Caligos is a reprobate. Have you and Caligos lost your minds? The Expanse is in economy to state and you two are busy settling scores. You must cease this at once. So if you ask me, you are simply using the situation to plunder the Protectorate. Should he call upon House von Valencius for help, we will answer. I have heard enough. Your void is no concern of mine. Yeah. Correction. Caligos Winterscale is a dead traitor.
He is no more then. Regrettably, he found his demise so easily. Caligos was meant to confess before the court and taste the detestation he deserved.
Yeah, so require iconoclast, address the crowd. Those of you who acknowledge me as your sovereign are viewed by the law as subject of House von Valencius and therefore are exempt from Chorda's judgment. I will take you aboard my ship. Or draw your weapon, no more judgments. Seize this disgrace and get off Footfall. Enough words, your accused await. And so do my duties. Yeah. Let's address the crowd.
The hopeful crowd in the atrium starts hysterically clamoring their oaths of fealty to House von Valencius. Not one of them thinks twice about clutching at the lifeline you have offered them. Incendia wearily leans on an armrest and looks at you with contempt.
Take this pitiful gaggle of miscreants, Rel, if you so desire. My trial will not end here. I have the whole of Footfall to judge.
So, I don't... Yeah, draw your weapon. No more judgments. Seize this disgrace and get off Footfall.
Incendia touches a panel on the throne's armrest and is immediately shielded by a refractor field. You hear the sounds of alarms going off in the distance. A mocking smile cuts across her face.
Go ahead, Rel. Give me a reason.
Okay.
The warrior clad in inquisitorial armor announces.
The Lord Inquisitor's instructions were to maintain order and ensure his allies' safety. Using any methods, however extreme they may have to be. If her ladyship is gravely threatened, we are authorized to detonate the dome over this sector. Doing so will trigger an explosive decompression. The attackers will be destroyed during depressurization while her ladyship will be protected by the field projected by her throne. I urge you not to take steps that might be interpreted as an act of aggression.
Okay, enough words. Your accused await, and so do my duties.
Wait. You have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to. Vladaym Tokara, The deplorable rebel who once ruled this station has slipped from my grasp. He is inciting the people to revolt, killing my servants, and hiding from my wrath with the dexterity of a void rat. My informers claim he often appears in that den of unrest that bears the irreverent name the Adeptus Amasecus.
I would love to have a talk with him.
We have made several attempts to arrest him, yet he has evaded capture each time.
Good.
Reverend Hieronymus has gone there to convince him to surrender quietly, but his efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Footfall's integrity, Tokara must be apprehended.
Of course, yeah.
As the rogue traitor in authority, I order you to aid me in bringing him to justice. The asteroid where the Adeptus Amasecus is located has been cordoned off, but my enforcer will take you there. I want you to lure Tokara out of his hole and seize him so that he may stand trial. Do this for the sake of Footfall's liberation and pave the road that my justice will tread.
So you pronounce Vladaym a criminal?
Why wouldn't I? That Balrog's infamy is known to all. He patronized thieves, smugglers, and pirates. By his leave, heresies and unholy cults flourished. That he has evaded punishment this long can only be described as gross negligence, which I intend to rectify in short order.
So why did Hieronymus go to Adeptus Amasecus?
Reverend Hieronymus headed where the rebels are seen most often, so he could preach to them and sway them to repent. Alas, he still cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who are beyond any hope of redemption.
Some of the people you wish to execute are useful to me. I purchase valuable equipment from them. And what do I stand to gain? I will help you deal with Vladaym. I will drag Vladaym before this court. Yeah. I will drag Vladaym before. I'm lying. I don't like her. I totally don't like her. So, yeah, I will drag Vladaym before this court.
Your cooperation will be noted, Ralph. But remember,
Incendia's eyes flash maniacally.
none of the rebel leaders are allowed to die before their trial. I forbid you to execute them without my leave.
Okay, so we have... Ooh, I mean... And there was something here. Yep. Loot. Okay, so now it says that according to the information gathered by Chorda, enforcers Vladaym is holding secret meetings at the Adeptus Amasecus bar. Okay, so we go to the bar and we're gonna go... Yeah, let's go here. Okay, sure. Ah, so this is the exit. Ah, it's like an elevator around here. Okay. Let's go here. Martyr Endurance.